Hello, I'm Ed Habershaw, and I'm with Salve Regina University's head softball coach, Jessica DePolito. Welcome, Coach.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You played 4 seasons of collegiate softball at Wheaton College under head coach Gina Laudenberg.
Yep.
In what ways are you similar to Gina, and how are you different?
Yeah, I think turns out I'm actually very similar to Gina, and you know, I had a great experience playing at Wheaton. I played there for 4 seasons, as you said, and I came in my freshman year. We played in the College World Series, and I'm very thankful for that experience and what it taught me as an athlete. You know, it set the bar really high for me right away, and every year as a player, my expectations were to go to a World Series, and I know I have those same expectations as a coach, and I want my players to have the same experience I had at Wheaton. And you know, with Gina, the culture she created at Wheaton was very disciplined, and she had a culture that, you know, was just mentally tough all the time, and you know, that was a huge part of her philosophy and her teaching, and I know that's a big focus of mine as a coach. And you know, practices at Wheaton were very well organized, they were well structured, and as players, you know, we were always put in pressure situations, and we had to work our way through the pressure situations, so that way, you know, game time situations were, you know, easier than it was in practice. So, you know, we did that every day, and as a player, you know, you don't think much of it. You just think it just is what it is. And now, looking back as a coach, I know that there was some method to the madness, and I know that, you know, I try to emulate that in a way as well. I try and put my girls in pressure situations in practice, so that way, you know, when the pressure's on in you know, game time situations, you know, they're able to function basically and be successful. So.
You mentioned the word teaching. Starting your second full season as the head coach, what did last year's experience teach you?
You know, it taught me a lot. You know, obviously it was my first year as a head coach at this level. You know, I had coached at the high school level before, and I was an assistant at the college level before. So, you know, it definitely is a very different experience when you're a head coach at this, you know, at the college level. And, you know, just that experience in itself, you know, I learned a lot, and, you know, I think I have a better understanding going into this year of, you know, the players that I have that are returning, and, you know, a better idea for, you know, the conference, the level of competition we have in the conference and the other teams and stuff, you know, because last year I really had no clue. So, so no, I just feel a lot, you know, better prepared, you know, this year going into it. So.
Good to be a sophomore.
It is good to be a sophomore, yes.
This year's roster features your first 7 recruits. What is your approach to the recruiting process?
My focus, you know, for this year was really to get more depth, you know, per position. We really didn't have a ton of depth last year. We really were, in a lot of ways, just one person per position. So that was really my focus. Now we have at least two people per position this year, which is great to have that luxury that we didn't have last year. So, you know, that was really my focus. And, you know, my recruit, you know, philosophy is really just to get competitors. You know, I like to have versatile athletes. You know, a lot of the freshmen that we have will be playing multiple positions. We don't even really know quite yet where they're going to fit in as far as, you know, in the lineup and, you know, playing on the field. So I expect them to get, you know, a lot of playing time in a number of different positions. So.
My next question is on those newcomers. Who do you anticipate seeing significant playing time?
Yeah, I expect all of them to get a lot of playing time. You know, we have 40 games this season. I expect all of them to contribute in some way. You know, we don't quite have the pieces figured out yet for who's going to be where consistently, but they're versatile. I expect them all to contribute offensively, and yeah, I'm definitely expecting a lot out of my freshman class. So
the starting roles and bench roles for everybody on the team.
Yep, exactly.
Returning some veterans in the outfield, infield, and then pitching core.
Yep.
How has that group welcomed the newcomers?
Yeah, the team has really come together a lot, and it's great to see. You know, I think they have a great dynamic going right now, and you know, they've done a great job, especially the sophomores who have a year under their belt. They've taken the freshmen kind of under their wing, and you know, I really expected a lot from the sophomores this year as far as, you know, maintaining leadership roles, and you know, they're really serving as upperclassmen now because, you know, we have so few. So they've done a great job in filling those roles as leaders, and they've done a great job helping the freshmen along as well. So I'm very happy about it.
and without any seniors on your roster, you're looking to your junior class, namely Genevieve Benoit and Nicole Parry, for leadership.
Yep.
Talk about the burden and also the opportunity that these players have.
Yeah, with Nicole and Genevieve, it's really, I'm lucky to have them, and it's really not a burden for either of them. I think they have embraced this role of being a leader on the team, and I think they're doing an outstanding job. I think they both were born to be leaders, and they've done a great job. And I'm glad. I feel spoiled in a way now. I'll have them for 2 years as as captains, so I expect them to be even better next year. So I'm thrilled that I was able to kind of get them now as juniors and have them again next year. So
excellent.
They've done an outstanding job.
And Coach, for your new staff this year, you've gone to your old school and also a Division I program. Talk about your assistants.
Yep, I have 2 new assistants this year that are fantastic. Ashley Brillen, she just graduated last spring from Wheaton College, and Sierra Sheehan, she graduated from the University of Hartford a few years ago, and they're fantastic. We're so lucky to have them. They're both coming from top level programs. They're competitors, and they have brought so much to this program already. And we're lucky to have them.
Lastly, Coach, what are your expectations for the team in Florida?
Just to improve every day. We're going to have fun being outside for the first time in weeks, so we're thrilled about that. And just to get the kinks out. We're playing some great competition, and I'm expecting that competition to help us be better prepared for the teams in our conference. So that's really all we're looking to do, is just get better every day.
Excellent. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
That's Salve Regina head softball coach Jessica DePolito. Thank you for watching, and keep following the Seahawks on salveathletics.com and also on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, each with the handle Salve Athletics.